crimes for YouTube views is crazy.
Hello and welcome back to the People I Don't Like corner. Today we have a special repeat guest joining us for the launch of the new season here, Phidias. You might remember Phidias from this iconic YouTube classic where he went to the world's poorest country and tried to turn it into some kind of spectacle. This is actually the original thumbnail from Pyrocynical's video. After the backlash, though, he changed it to his current one, which is this. The video is, I spent 100 hours in the world's poorest country, and basically it boils down to him going, whoa, look at all these poor people. Glad I'm not poor. That's kind of the entire vibe of the video. He tries to put some kind of wholesome, almost altruistic spin on it, but it falls entirely flat when the actual content is him going, oh, you're poor? This is how you live? Oh, ew. Oh! There's even a fucking scene in there where he goes to one of the classrooms and he pulls out his phone and basically just flexes on him saying like, I have the entire world's knowledge at my fingertips.
They are not only from school, they are online from the phone. They can access all the clever minds.
I said this because only 10% of the population has access to the internet.
I left the class and felt inspired.
This scene is a particular flavor of goofy that you don't see that often. It's goofy mixed with delusion.
They are online from the phone. They
Mano,
can
ele não fez isso. Ele não tá... Ai, caralho! Que horror, mano! Por que o cara faz um vídeo desse, cara?
access all the clever minds.
I said this because only 10%
Eu tô falando isso porque apenas 9% das pessoas...
of the population has access
Ah, em Burundi, entendi. 9% da população em Burundi tem internet.
to the internet.
I left the class and felt inspired.
This scene is a particular flavor of goofy that you don't see that often. It's goofy mixed with delusion, a very powerful alchemy. If you pay attention to the clip, you can see the teacher give him a really confused look as he pulls out his own smartphone,
Sim, olha a cara dele, olha a cara do outro.
and Phidias like kind of blocks him with Elon Musk's head as the teacher approaches, and then he cuts to a different clip. And so I'm pretty sure the teacher felt a little insulted here because Phidias is treating everyone there like they're stupid, and it seems like the teacher approaches him with smartphone in hand to just let him know like, hey, we do have technology here, you don't need to act this way towards us. At least that's the impression I get. Anyway, I'm focusing too much on this video in particular. I'm just using this to showcase why I haven't liked Phidias even before what we're about to talk about today. So this video was labeled as poverty tourism, where Phidias went to this country in order to use everyone there as props for his content to make money off the back of all of it. Half the video is spent saying how cheap everything is to the people's faces. There's also scenes where he goes to where people live and he's noticeably disgusted. It's a bad video, but there were arguments made that it came from good intentions. I don't agree with that. I think Phidias is a narcissist and his entire intention here was just maximizing views, and spending 100 hours in the poorest country as some kind of YouTube challenge I think is completely tasteless. But the reason I mention that is because what he's done today has no arguments in support of Phidias. What he did today is going across Japan for free. That was his challenge video. And fundamentally, it's him just filming a series of crimes that he commits in order to go across Japan for free.
I'm going to travel across.
O cara cara andou o Japão inteiro dando... Quê? Atravessando de graça, cometendo crimes? What? Como assim?
Japan for free against these 3 YouTubers, and the winner gets $10,000. So I ask a stranger to give me some money. Oh my god, I love you.
I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you're going to get the idea pretty quickly here. It's not just him doing it. He roped in 3 other YouTubers to be accomplices in the crime, which apparently in Japan is a pretty serious crime from everything I've read. The refusal to pay for the services of public transportation is treated as a pretty serious offense, more serious than this face I'm about to make. So you know that it's not something they take lightly. I've also read from a couple of sources that they're considering like an actual investigation into this situation, though I don't think anything's 100% confirmed there. But regardless, what he has done is still illegal. Now, in the beginning here, he asks a stranger for money so he can pay for the bus. I guess that counts because he's not using his own money, thus he is still traveling for free.
To go down, so hopefully he doesn't ask me to pay.
Get off?
Yes.
680. Yeah.
6. Only,
Six.
only this.
80.
No, no, man.
80.
No.
Police.
No.
Come on, police station. ATM.
Because I was 80 yen short. In the police station, they started interrogating me and they took my phone away, so I couldn't film anything.
Good lord, even the brain
Por que o cara tá fazendo isso, mano? 80 ienes, mano. É o quê? É 2 boletos de queijo, velho. Óbvio que vai ser preso. Tem que pagar, caralho. O cara entrou no bagulho sem pagar e tem que pagar e não pagou, mano.
worms inside of his noodle
Como é que vai ser? A polícia vai vir?
must be an agony. When his neurons are firing,
Um país tão desenvolvido como o Japão, porra.
it just produces nothing but trash. The clout-poisoned mind that this guy has is so impressive, I think it actually deserves to be studied at some point. Just taking a peek at his frontal lobe and his thought process would be insightful. He gets detained for 5 hours in Japan, and the number one thing he was concerned about is he wasn't able to film it. I don't know how you even end up that fucked up. That is so degenerate and so embarrassing. He said the police eventually let him go and covered the 80 yen that he was short, so I imagine they just got unbelievably annoyed with this goober and said, enough is enough, we can't take the headache any longer, get the fuck out of here, we'll cover it, just leave us alone. So they send him on his way and he immediately goes and commits a series of crimes.
So the police already knows me, so I'm going to disguise myself. Now, being disguised, I'm ready to sneak in the train. This is my train, so let's hope that nobody gets me. And now it's time to teach you how to get the train for free. So I'm entering the train, and I will find the toilet and go straight to the toilet. Here is the bathroom. I will just lock myself.
O cara tá ensinando como cometer crime no Japão. O cara entrou no metrô, no trem, ficou no banheiro e é isso. E não pagou. Mano, não é possível.
The whole time in the bathroom.
Man played Assassin's Creed one time and thought a hoodie up would solve all of his problems. It'd just be the perfect disguise. All the NPCs around him would forget that he exists as long as the hood's up. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. He beelined straight to the bathroom in order to ride for free all the way to his destination. But it's the bathroom. People are going to need to use that at some point, so he gets some knocks on the door, and it starts to cause a little bit of an alarm from the authorities there that something is awry. You know, either this man's taking the biggest shit of all time, or the shit just took him. Or, the most likely explanation, this is a guy who's riding for free. He's breaking the law right now. So the authorities wait for him to get out of the bathroom.
So I came to my destination now. I think he is waiting for me outside. And I was right. He was just waiting to catch me. So the only thing I could do is to pretend that I'm sick.
チケット見せてください。ダメno. チケット。チケット。
When I sat down, he released me. And immediately
E aí se fingiu de doente! O cara é ator! Que porra é essa? O que tá acontecendo? O que eu tô vendo, mano? E ele conseguiu se livrar disso?
I started running. But he called the police. And they are searching for me now.
Parabéns. Parabéns, nunca volto pro Japão. Deportado.
So the officers got him in like a WWE lockup here. He's got him, you know, caught with his pants down, and eventually Phidias wiggles his way free and says that the cops were called on him, so he's trying to beat them to the next train so he can continue his crime spree. Now, I'm going to break the magician's code here and just speculate on something. I think this part is probably faked. I think it was real that he didn't pay and wasn't planning to, but when he did get briefly apprehended by the authorities there, I think what most likely happened is he paid for the ride he had just experienced and then is only pretending that he ran away from them. I don't think even he is stupid enough to try and evade arrest like this. You would actually have to be one of the biggest fucking idiots on the planet to do this, and also film it. I just can't believe that there's enough whippets in the world that you could hit that would damage your brain enough to think that any of this is a good idea. But he is a YouTuber at the end of the day, which means he probably is just fucking dumb enough to really do this and think that it's smart, all while filming his entire crime spree.
Mano, eu acho que nem se uma pessoa chegar e começar a bater a minha cabeça, mano, começar a socar a minha cabeça, amassar a cabeça, mano, falhar 50% do meu cérebro. Caralho, eu ainda vou ser mais, qual o nome? Senest que essa porra desse cara, mano. Tá Tá ligado? Eu vou ser mais esperto, porra. Eu vou ter mais noção das coisas. Porque esse cara é doente, cara. Ele tá gravando crime, porra. No Japão. Caralho, no Japão! Mano, faz isso na sua própria cidade, mas no Japão.
Ticket inspectors on this train, so I'm hiding
Caralho, o Japão, mano.
in the toilet. This is stressful, I'm not gonna lie. It's getting to my nerves.
Luckily, the train has arrived before the police could find me. Again, we're going to do the same method. Toilet. Can't believe that this is real and not a movie.
It'd be the most boring movie ever. I just think the whole concept of the video is dog shit. Traveling across Japan for free isn't an interesting concept. You can do anything for free. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you. If you want to be a criminal. Right now, you could go to the store and get a 100% discount off any item if you just take it and run. It's not like they've come up with like a clever plan or anything remotely interesting or entertaining. They just go to the shitter on the trains and sit there until they reach their destination. That's it. It's so fucking lame. It's just committing crimes. All you are doing is committing crimes and recording all of the evidence of what you've done. Assuming, of course, it's real, which you never really know for sure. I think there's a good chance that all of this was real, but I also think there is a chance that it's fake, where they did just pay for their trip and pretend that they didn't, though in the beginning I am confident he did actually just try and exploit the kindness of that Japanese person who gave him money for the bus, and then refusing to cover what was missing and then spent 5 hours in the police station. All of that I think was legitimate, but I think there is a chance that all of the free train rides were faked. Because I really just can't imagine a world where this fucking goofball ran away from the authorities after he was caught in the bathroom after not paying. So that's just my working game theory there, but regardless, it sucks. This guy sucks. And speaking of exploiting kindness, I really just can't stand the way this guy interacts with the people around him. He treats all of them like they're NPCs. He really does. So a lot of the video is spent hitchhiking towards the end, where they're all getting like different rides from different strangers to where they need to go. And all of the people giving them the rides are absolute sweethearts. And Phidias in particular films all of it, of course. And just the way he talks to them makes it sound so condescending. Like he speaks to them like he thinks they're stupid. Like that's the impression he gives off.
Que ele fala para as pessoas parece que é estúpido mesmo.
Everyone that he interacts with is beneath him because they are props to him. And I can't fucking stand it. He pinned a response to this whole thing by saying, Hello
beautiful people. Ih, caralho. Beautiful people. I apologize to the Japanese people if we made them feel bad. That was not our goal. From now I'm going to make more research to the cultures we go to and try to prevent this from happening again. I love you all. Oh, no. Ele vai procurar mais sobre a cultura pra continuar fazendo a merda, é isso?
Beautiful people.
Caralho, meu Deus, mano.
I apologize to the Japanese people.
Beautiful people. Não, ele tá falando beautiful people. Ah, eu não sei. Na minha sensação, esse beautiful people aí foi um insulto. Bom, tudo bem.
If we made them feel bad, that was not our goal. From now on, I am going to make more research to the cultures we go
mais pesquisa na cultura pra fazer mais merda. Eu tô impressionado com isso, cara.
To and try to prevent this from happening again. I love you all. Actual 0 out of 10 response here. If this was a YouTuber apology tier list, this would be the biggest, fattest fucking F I could ever give. What are you talking about? You need to do more research on the cultures you go to prevent this from happening.
Mano, pesquisar mais sobre a cultura pra fazer mais merda! Mano, top 1 mais lixeiras de apologize youtubers, mano. Caralho, não é possível, mano. Pior que a do ukulele.
Happening. Every culture in the world, this isn't legal. Even here in the States too, you can't just do things and not pay for it.
Tranquilo, aqui no Brasil, até que você passa, mano. Vai fazer essa merda, América do Sul, que talvez passe, mas não, ainda vai tomar, filha da puta, vai tomar meu. Escroto. Caralho, que cara doente, mano.
I mean, you can, but you are breaking a law. You are a criminal. It's not like this is a Japanese specific thing here that was just I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't do enough research on the culture. This mistake could have happened to anyone.
There is the checkpoint. All of my competitors in this challenge, they are amazing YouTubers, and I put all their channels in the description. Go and check them out and subscribe to them. I'm getting closer.
This actually just made me
giggle. Ele não colocou o canal dos mano. Ele não colocou o canal dos mano. Não. Caralho! Eu quando gravo vídeo pro Authentic. Não, mas depois ele colocou me colocar, tô brincando. Depois ele colocou, nisso não era, mas tudo bem. Caralho, nem fudendo, mano. Os caras, mano, andou, fez as maiores merdas, mano. As maiores merdas com ele, mano. Tão fudido, devem estar, mano, queimado em tudo que é lugar junto com esse meu mano. E ele não colocou, velho. Ele não colocou na descrição. Ele não colocou, velho. Caralho, não acredito.
This actually just made me giggle. Actually gave me a hearty belly laugh like Santa Claus here. Because he says, oh, all my competitors, amazing YouTubers, check them out, they're in the description.
Aí tu desce.
No, they're not. They're not in...
Aí você desce na descrição, não tem nada. Não.
the description. Imagine being some of these 3 YouTubers that just broke bad here, went down a life of crime for the sake of this video, and still just don't even get your channel in the video itself. So you have really no way of easily finding them. They actually got nothing out of it except a potential criminal rap sheet, perhaps. That is the worst end of the deal. Phidias, I guess, gets some views out of it, which equal money. They get less than nothing. I also went back to the intro of the video, just in case maybe I missed it somewhere. But no, he just says, I'm doing this against these 3 YouTubers, and puts arrows to them without any mention of who they are. And then they all...
Nem marco. Mano, os 3 YouTubers, quem que são esses? Não conheço, mano. Não conheço a garota, não conheço ninguém. Cadê, sei lá, um balãozinho, tá ligado? Um balãozinho, tipo, na cabeça deles mostrando o nome dos caras, mano. Caralho, puta que me pariu. Que bizarro, velho. Caralho.
Split off and run away. So there is no telling who they even are. They actually just got erased from this. That is how much of a narcissist Phidias is. He couldn't even bother to squeeze their channels in somewhere after they committed crimes for his video with him. That is the cherry on top of this shit cake. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. So yeah.
Mano, olha, faz tempo que eu não vejo vídeo do Pinguizo, mas quem mandou esse vídeo, parabéns. Esse vídeo é um entretenimento puro, velho. Parabéns, mano. Caralho. Ele ainda não colocou? Filho. É esse que é o nome do canal? Não. É
Hello and welcome.
O quê?
The description. Imagine it says...
Phidias.
I'm going to travel.
YouTube cortou o vídeo. Continua com 400 mil views, cortou. Eles cortaram. YouTube não colocou. Fica dando moral pra esses estúpidos aí, mano. Que solte os cachos. Tô falando pra vocês, cara, essa porra. Que é o caralho, cara? YouTube, porra.